Well, we're in Tokyo on our way back to the States. As you know, we went to Thailand just unexpectedly and, very quickly because Mew's dad had a stroke. Well, 10 years ago, he had a stroke back when he was a Buddhist, and he was paralyzed. He couldn't walk, and we prayed for him, and he was completely healed, and for the last 10 years has been completely normal, no signs whatsoever. And but after being healed, he gave his life to Christ, and I had the pleasure of baptizing him a few years ago. And so this was another stroke, and he remained unconscious for several days, and we sat there with him, and we just prayed that God would give him peace. And of course, we hoped for a miracle, but in reality, I believe in his spirit he was already gone, as it turns out, because on the 18th he did pass away. But although it's sad, to lose someone that you love and you miss them, at the same time, we have peace in our hearts knowing that his spirit is with the Lord and he's eternally secure. And so we're on our way back to the States. Now, here's something I do find interesting. There in Thailand, it's less than 1% Christian, and yet this time of year, everywhere you go, you hear Christmas music and songs singing about Christ our Lord and things like that, and Christ our King is born. And I come here and we're here in Tokyo now, and in Japan is also less than 1% Christian, and you hear the same thing. All these songs proclaiming Christ the Lord, Christ our King, the King is born, and nobody's complaining. And I'm just wondering, could it be in the West where people are very familiar with Jesus and who he is, and people that are in rebellion and just do not want to acknowledge him or submit to his authority in their life, those are the people that's all in an uproar over anything to do with Christ. Whether people say Christmas or Merry Christmas or whatever it is. But yet, in these countries, people who don't really know Christ at all are not offended by his name. They're not offended by the gospel. I find that very interesting. Something to think about. Anyway, we're on our way back to the States, and we're going to be getting busy when we get back there, hopefully traveling and ministering and reaching out to people to encourage them and bless them. So, God bless you all.